Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to picturesque Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 62 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The numbers for him from a week ago. 23 carries, 86 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's up.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Thomas rolls. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a
They're going to look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Kiko Alonso able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game. And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one. Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark? It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down. Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap. No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. The Dolphins on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Blue down there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Jaguars getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Dolphins are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Jaguars didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Jaguars have it at the 9. They'll go with their run here. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. The Jaguars trail now by 4. Now 1st and 10. Alonso's going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up with a short loss in yardage. Jaguars with the ball, waiting seconds of the half. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made. So that's it for us. We'll go back now under the lights for the second half of this Monday night matchup.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Carry for Thomas Rawls. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. A nice strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that. Because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here. Second and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Thomas Rawls Mills with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4.
Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Blair Brown able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have moved. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Back to throw. And the slant pattern here complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Montravius Adams able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll set up a throw. And this is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So that'll back him up 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the fourth. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This one fielded at the 5. Gets past one man. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Thomas Rawls getting ready to go here on offense. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run on the draw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. They'll set up to throw. They find some open field here. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And out now comes Jacksonville.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Let's go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And Zerline's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Stevie Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Jags, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From South Florida, good night, everybody.